This go-karting track burnt down and then got rebuilt as one of the best go-karting tracks in the country. And here is how they did it. Team Sport Preston started off its life like most go-karting tracks do, with a fleet of petrol kart and an ambition to make some unforgettable experiences and make some money. And I think it's safe to say they were doing pretty well. Now, this is the first video I could find of Team Sport Preston, dated 24th of the 11th, 2019. Now, I'm not sure if the track opened before, like a long time before this, but I presume it did because there's already some members with their own helmets. But let's have a look at what the track used to look like. It's completely changed. Now it's an electric track. Back here, this is a with one of the old Team Sport cameras. And it's a petrol track. I believe it was on the 3 levels. And I also believe I actually raced here once. And my dad actually broke his ribs, or cracked his ribs, on the first ever race here. So, very interesting story behind that. I won't go fully into it here. I don't want to get in trouble with Team Sport. But like down the ramps, very slippy downstairs section, like with most of these indoor tracks. Round to the left, round to the right, basic stuff. Really good track. Really good like elevation changes. 3 floors is always good in a go-karting track. But honestly, this downstairs slippy section looks worse than Reading does, to be fair, which is an achievement. Some contact there will be a black flag when those guys see it. So how does it happen? How do we go from this amazing 3-floored petrol indoor track with loads of elevation change and with some really cool variational corners, like some chicanes, some hairpins, some down ramps, to everything, to only 2 floors of an electric? Well, you see, it all started when on the 15th of August 2021, a fire started, and this is a post from the Team Sport Karting Preston official page, which is on the 16th of August. It says last night, so it would be on the 15th. Last night, a fire started in our on-site workshop. All tracks have these, by the way. Our crew was quick to react, and the building was evacuated. And the fire brigade attended and extinguished the fire. One of the crew was treated with minor injuries. Blah 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 blah. And then it's kind of unsure on how they got from what I've seen the picture of, a portion of the building being on fire, to having to rebuild the entire building. Because if you go onto Street View here on Google Maps, if I try and find the right place, drag our little man over here, it's completely gone, as you'll be able to see in a second. As you can see, almost the entire structure had to be rebuilt. And I know some of the place here was burnt, but I'm pretty sure the rest of the building was undamaged. But I presume for structural purposes, they wanted to like rip down the entire thing and rebuild it from the floor up. And actually, what's interesting is that even to this day, as you can see, the old Team Sport sign, and that is basically in its infancy. You can see there's nothing over there. Basically, it's very, very, almost basically gone. I mean, you come around the corner here and you can see a little bit more of kind of the track and the 3 floors and everything. It nearly went. So what does it look like today? Well, the track is 2 floors, so still multi-level, which is always good. Most of the Team Sport tracks these days are multi-level, but this one has a little bit of flair to it. And the reason why I say that is, over time, tyres have been a massive factor in how it performs. Back here, we had the Meters white walls. They were quick. And then there was the whole meme of kart number 59. I'll leave this playing whilst I explain this real quick. Kart 59 was the fastest car in the fleet. It had red wall meters on it, and it was quicker than any other car in the fleet. So they thought, we'll change them all to red walls. It made it unbearable. Because red walls do not heat up quick enough. So in the winter, it was like an ice rink. And I mean an ice rink, which is unusual for tracks that have a lot of wood like this. And then we go on to the subject of, they went back to the meters and Speed 4 and Speed 3 and BRKC qualifying. That's for another video. What I would like to show you is Team Sport Preston now has combat karts, as it very luckily comes up in my suggestions there. Combat karts are Team Sports, as I use this guy's video. Thank you much, Polish Karting. So I'm using one of those videos here, but I appreciate the footage. I'll put a little link to everyone's descriptions and everyone's channels in the descriptions. Combat karts, controversial as fuck, if I do say so myself. And this is not me just saying this as I'm a Team Sport employee, I genuinely really enjoy combat karts. The adrenaline when you've got a full grid of combat karts behind you and you're in first place and you're having to hold on for your life is actually worse, like more adrenaline than if you're on a normal race. And the reason why I say that is you see how he's just driven over this kind of like the symbol on the floor here. Let's get to it here. Well, there's another one over here. There's symbols on the floor which use kind of technology and you pick up power-ups basically, just like with Mario Kart. And it means that the people behind you can slow your kart down to even slower crawling pace. This is a symbol here, as you can see. But what's really, really cool about these karts is on special occasions they can be bumped up to the race speed, which is the race speed of the other karts. But these are completely different go-karts, actually. These are Sodi karts. One's upstairs are Biz electric karts. Now, they're all electric, but that's another point. These karts are really light steering and makes it very easy for the entire family to enjoy. Combat karts is an ongoing discussion. We need to decide if it's best for the company. When I say we, I mean Team Sport need to decide when it's best for the company. I think it's a lot of fun. They just need to probably market it in a slightly different way. Guys, one thing I want to say before I end this video, and that is Team Sport may have burnt down, but the spirit behind it has definitely been rebuilt with the rebuild. Team Sport Preston has the best, in my opinion, race academy instructor, chief instructor, who's also the person who runs the events. Okay, Declan is his name. I'll link a video up here on this side, pointing the right direction, hopefully, to my good friend Jake. Jake has a great video explaining like why he's the best instructor in the company. He genuinely cares about his track. But anyway, if you did enjoy this video, found it informative in any way, make sure to subscribe and definitely go give Team Sport Preston a go. You can book on their website. It's a 12-cornered track, and they have lots of combat karts downstairs, 500 meters, multi-level, electric go-karts. It's a lot of fun. I see they've upped their... Take that as you will. It's 40, but it's not 45. But, you know. Anyway, the lap times are very quick these days. They're down to like 33, 34, 35 seconds. There's a quick track map. Thanks for watching, chat. See you in a bit. Love you. Bye.